And like I'm gonna say this, and yeah, I met the Baphomet, and the Baphomet is the one that wiped the blood off his forehead and asked me, and it looked like sweat, and asked me did I see it, and it looked like blood. And when all this was going on, and the Baphomet was standing like something was with his leg, like he was like Jesus. The Baphomet pretended like he was Jesus when I met him, and the Baphomet, he wiped sweat off his forehead and he showed it to me on a piece of tissue. He said, "Do you see that?" He didn't say what it is. He said, "Do you see that?" And I knew it and I understood it and I saw it and it was blood. And I thought about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. And then I'm gonna tell you another reason I thought the Baphomet was Jesus, because the Baphomet didn't like me smoking cigarettes. Nah, the Baphomet didn't like me smoking cigarettes, really, And I thought the Baphomet was Jesus too because of that. And then, you know, after I met the Baphomet, I wasn't scared no more. And then, I still went back into the life of sin. And see, that's the thing that the Baphomet told me. The Baphomet said, "Hey, you could just go live how you want to live. Don't worry about that." Because I thought the Baphomet was Jesus. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, you think it's all right if I rap?" And he said, "Hey, it don't matter what you do. Whatever you do, you just choose to do whatever you do. It'll be all right." And see, I'm going to tell you this too. The Baphomet wiped blood off his forehead. All right. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Yeah. And I watched the Baphomet's feet. I thought the Baphomet was Jesus. I thought I was watching Jesus' feet. See, nobody don't know about that. See, that's why you can't, I ain't even trying to exalt myself. That's why you can't be like, I thought I watched Jesus' feet. And guess what? I'm watching the Baphomet's feet. Yeah. Have you ever watched Jesus' feet? Really, really, truly, I watched Jesus' feet because I thought I was watching Jesus' feet, but it was the Baphomet. And see, it said, if any man worship the beast in his image, that he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. Okay, I prayed to the Baphomet, but see, I did it in ignorance, and God don't let you perish in ignorance. And before I had fully, God pulled me away from that. Okay, because when it went further, and I was about to get into knowing what I was doing, like knowing, God took me away from that. And I want to tell you this, just like it is, even though I'm telling you I watched the Baphomet's feet and I thought it was Jesus, then let me tell you this. The other day I wanted to give something. I wanted to give something like a tithe to somebody, just like give something. I was at Walmart because I had to go get a phone card to activate my phone, and I wanted to give. I asked God in my mind. I said, "God, send me somebody that maybe I can give something to." And this lady asked me, and this is how good God is. Like, you don't even have to. And God, please let me keep my reward. But I just want to display this. This is the goodness of God. And then so and I ain't have a lot of money, but money don't really matter. Just be real. And this lady, she came and she's like, something about something, and I already know what she's talking about, a donation or something. And so I was gonna give her a donation, and then I tried to give her $10, and she's like, "Oh, I can't accept cash." And then I'm like, "Well, I don't got no money on my bank card." And then and then she's like, "God to your heart." And I know, see, the $10, I was really finna give her $10. I was giving her $10. I don't know if she accept cash or whatever. People ask for a donation. The only thing I think, and that's all I had. And God credited me for that. That's what I'm saying. That's the goodness of God, and I ain't even have to give it. But I still gotta pay my tithes, and God gave me a couple more opportunities to give, but I'll just displaying that. That's how good God is. I ain't even actually have to give it. God just allowed me to be tested to see what I would give, because I could have, because something told me just try to give her about $2 or $3. But nah, man, you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. My heart and what I want to do is I want to give $10. What evil want to do with me, and what selfish desire want to do, which is evil, is driven by evil. What selfishness want to do, which is coming from an evil spirit. Selfishness want to just give her like $2 or $3, man. Maybe just give her $2. What $8 more gonna do for me anyway? Pennies make dollars, but let's just be honest. All right. And then, you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. Everything rests in the word of God. We can go into a whole lot of explanations. I can go into all of that. What's $8 more? What's that? Something like that. But the word of God says you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly, and you give. And hey, and God bless me with that. But that's what I got on here to say. That's the thing. Yeah, you wanna know that. I met the Baphomet, He wiped blood off his forehead. He wiped sweat off his forehead. She showed it to me and said, do you see this? And it was blood. I seen a lot of stuff that people don't even never know about. And I watched the Baphomet's feet. I thought he was Jesus. Yeah. And I prayed to the Baphomet, and I used to pray to the Baphomet, and I thought the Baphomet was Jesus. I'm going to tell you this, too, since I told you that. And when I had dreads, the Baphomet, when I met the Baphomet had dreads, too. The Baphomet had these, you know, like some dreadlocks. But all his hair was gone, like, in the front. Yeah. And then, you know, what happened to me, I had dreads. And guess what? After I met the Baphomet now, this is what I'm telling you. After I met the Baphomet, the same way the Baphomet's hair was, all my hair began to come out in the front. And I was just like him. Yeah. All my hair, he didn't have no hair up here really, like, it wasn't bald, but it wasn't like dread. Like the Baphomet had real long dreads. And then he didn't have no hair up here really. Nah. And then my hair, I had dreads about this long. And then what happened, all of my hair began coming out up here. And I just look in the mirror. I used to be like, and I thought the Baphomet was Jesus. I used to be like, I look just like Jesus. I look like a Baphomet. Yeah. And I ain't even know that. And then I asked God, I'm like, and I used to pray, and then I was in confusion. And I was asking God sometimes when I used to pray, I used to be like, God, if this is not you, then really, you know, deliver me from this. And something happened. It's a real long story. But I'm telling you, I thought the Baphomet was Jesus, and the Baphomet told me, hey, you could just go and do whatever you want to do, man. You're going to be straight. And see, after I met the Baphomet and I seen all this stuff, a lot of fear was removed in my life, just be honest with you. Yeah, a lot of fear was removed in my life. I used to be scared people going to kill me and all that. I wasn't afraid of nothing no more after that. Like, just be honest. And then I thought it was Jesus too, because I ain't have no more fear of dying or nothing or none of that stuff. And then I just thought I could just live how you want to live. Hey, you can live how you want to live, and you're gonna be straight. And then God revealed to me later on. This was in the end of 2017 and 2018. And that's when I talk about I could have had the mark of the beast. And then after that, in 2018, I went, how God stopped me, just be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the way God stopped me. When I prayed to God, I was like, God, if this is not you, I need you really to stop me. Because, you know, if this is not you, I need you to stop me. And if this is not you, God, please just let me go and go to jail. Just let me go. And I never went to jail or none of that. And then one day, I had left from where I was, and then something happened, and I went back to, you know, out with these dudes I growed up with. And then I went over there. I was over there like 2 weeks, like maybe a week and a half, and then the spot got busted. And when the spot got busted, I went to jail. They violated. They tried to give me 10 years. Just be honest with you, God, the only reason I didn't get them 10 that time, and I wasn't living for God. God was still just with me though. And then I realized at that point, afterwards, I still didn't realize, but I'm gonna tell you something. After being saved, I realized that God is the one that stopped me from that, because it was getting to the point that I was about to not be ignorant about what I was doing no more. See, that's what I'm telling you. I wanted you to understand this point too. God don't let you perish in ignorance. Okay? Yeah, Paul said, just like God lets no one perish in ignorance. No, so it won't be no excuse. So God not letting no one perish in ignorance. And I'm a living testimony to that. God not letting you perish in ignorance. Okay? The thing is, when I was coming to the point of like knowing that I'm about to get ready to go against God, I'm finna war against God. And that's what I'm telling you. It's people down here. All this is with the Illuminati stuff. All of the Baphomet is caught up. All this mixed up in together with the Illuminati and all this stuff. Okay? The mark of the beast is like a higher sector. The Illuminati is like a higher sector of it. But it's people out here that ain't even getting what them people getting, and they got it. Okay? But the thing is, I was getting ready to war against God because they told me, hey, we about to fortify you spiritually. And I was getting ready to begin war against God. And God stopped me. And that's why I'm telling you, God is warring. That's why this is a testimony that God is still at war. That I was getting ready to the point I knew it was Satan. Because they already told me the satanic temple, it was getting ready. I was getting it taken out of the ignorance. They're telling me, hey, look, this is the satanic temple. Yeah. And it was like, it wasn't, you already know, this ain't Jesus. And they was talking about a fraternal brother of light, all that stuff. And it was like, I was getting to the point, it was going to be no more ignorance. It was going to be no more excuse. And God saved me from all that. Yeah. So God ain't letting people perish in ignorance. But once you brought out of that ignorance, if you just continue to go in it, then you make the choice and you put that on yourself, because God gonna most definitely be merciful and gracious to give you chance and be long suffering. But if you refuse to turn away and your lust and desire for whatever it is so strong that you just like, I'm gonna do it, then guess what? And you believe the lies that these folks is selling you. Because no matter what you get, when you do it and you ain't in ignorance, your soul is getting ejected out of your body and you going to hell, and your flesh going to live and your spirit going to be there, and you're going to be under total control of devils. 1 Corinthians 6:17. But he that is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. Okay? In the same way, you're going to be one spirit with them devil, and your soul is going to be gone. You're going to war. You really going to literally war against God. Like in knowing what you're doing. You not finna be, you got, it's a spiritual war going on now. Yeah, and it's people that look like people that's not really even the people. Yeah, and so, hey, that's just part of my testimony right there. This is, I don't even want to say it no more. Yeah, I watched the Baphomet's feet, and I thought the Baphomet was Jesus. And God saved me. Thank God in the mighty name of King Jesus.